going to look at quotes today. An interesting thing is that highly visual people don't generally tend to remember the words, the specific words and phrases that were said in conversations. You know, it's a little bit sneaky, but you can take advantage of this, because when you know that highly visual people generally don't have great audio recall, you can then flatter a person. So if you're in a conversation, you can, Dave came up with this brilliant idea. He's always coming up with some really good stuff. But no, let me tell you, Dave came up with this thing the other day. What was it he said to me? We were in that meeting. What did he said to me, blah, blah, blah. Now, you just complimented and praised Dave, and then you searched for what it was. Yes, these are the words he used. Now, of course, Dave, being highly visual, doesn't remember the exact phrases. And if it was something around a topic you were talking about, well, he's not going to remember the exact words he used. And if you make a suggestion, a leading suggestion, that is a great idea, and attribute that to Dave, after complimenting him, well, he's not going to reject it. He's going to take the praise, and everyone's going to think he's great. Quotes work in this way. Now, I don't want to give you any guidelines of ethics and morals. Of course, we all know that if we do good things happen. Some people call it karma, some people refer to the law of attraction. Some people just recognise that, you know, if you're unpleasant, then you're not going to have a happy time, right? But quotes can be used in this similar way. If I was to come right out and say, my book is absolutely fantastic. Well, yeah, right, it's me saying it, of course I'm going to say that. Put it in quotes, John's book is absolutely fantastic. I wholly recommend it. Put that in quotes, well, all of a sudden, it's accepted by people a lot more readily. When you put things inside quotes and attribute them to another person, suddenly the conscious resistance to whatever is in the quote, the suggestion, becomes, well, the conscious resistance to it disappears. It becomes an accepted suggestion, an accepted idea. You can also use quotes if you realise that you've just said something and everybody in the room seems shocked by what you've just said. And this could potentially break rapport and spoil the meeting or whatever situation you're in. You can step out of that. So you've just said something which has made people go shocked, and you can step out of that, even physically step out of that position and say, it's crazy that some people believe that, isn't it? That they have that idea. Some people actually, I mean, you know, the people we were going to do business with the other day have that kind of course, you know, I think it's much better to, and then rephrase, see from a different point of view, see from the same point of view, or a closer point of view as the person you're talking to. Because there are infinite points of view with all sorts of issues. People a lot of the time will get confused thinking there are only two opposites. It's either this or this. Well, if it's only either this or this, it's really time to have a third different point of view. There is never just two conflicting points of view. There is always room for more different angles of viewing something. If you spot that you've said something and the reactions from the other people are obvious that you've just said something which is a big no-no, step out of it. Make it a quote after the fact. Attribute that to other types of people who would do that kind of thing and you don't understand it. And then come back in on a different tack. We can use quotes in these different ways. And today I want you to listen out for the way that other people attribute things to other people. The way other people use quotes. And think about using quotes today. Bear in mind the step out for using quotes. So keep this in the back of your mind today, and know that if you make a faux pas social mistake, you can step out of it and attribute that to other people, and then come back in with a rapport